Bro, Kanye West dropped A College Dropout in 2004. Kanye West was 27 years old in '04. This nigga was pushing 30 in the mid 2000s, bro. Is that not crazy?
Hell no.
So for some reason nowadays, everybody thinks that everyone in their 20s is an unk. This used to be in your 30s back in the day. If you hit your 30, you can be called an unk. But now if you're 20, 23 is where the unk status start. Now, the first thing to tackle here is the fear of getting older. A lot of people who are Gen Z right now don't want to get older because when we look at how the older generation is faring, what they do, what their daily life is, we absolutely despise that. We don't like the path that we're being put on to go and work 40 years of our life and retire. We hate that. So this inherent dislike of what old people are in our current society leads to people in the Gen Z age group, in the Gen Alpha age group, absolutely disliking everything that involves being old. Everything that comes with being old is a bad thing, is not cool, is terrible. And then we compound this with seeing celebrities getting older. Guys, I'm a sports fan and I'm seeing the progression in sports. I'm seeing now how Lionel Messi and Ronaldo from soccer aren't the main guys anymore. Some of you guys grew up with Cam Newton in NFL football. You're seeing the new generation of athletes come into the fold. Tom Brady isn't in the league anymore. And all these things, all these parts of aging we're seeing and we don't want to accept, right? Gen Z, we're all going through the aging process right now. We're feeling it for the first time, but we don't want to accept it. So the best way to cover it up is to just push it to the side and deny it and go with the calling of unks and gramps if anyone is over the age of 23. This is our method of going against the age process in this country. This is our way of denying the fact that we are slowly but surely aging and getting older. We are the ones that are on the internet the most, but yet we hate everyone that's in our group that thinks slightly differently and older than us. So right now, it kind of sucks to just age as a person and to see the celebrities that we all love to age. It just says it in and confirm that, yo, you're not the same age anymore. You're not the same person anymore. But look at Cam Newton's face. I'm going to put pictures. Now, like, this guy is not the Cam Newton that we knew in the past. Look at Kanye West. Kanye West is not the same Kanye West, bro. Ronaldo, Messi, all these guys are changing. And it's just like, wow, this is what life is. We're really finally seeing that we are mortal, right? We're not immortal. Like, things happen to us. We can die, we can age, like we're not gonna be these young bucks forever. And instead of us embracing that fact and enjoying the time that we have as young people, we want to deny it and put it under the curtain. This is what led to this pattern that I discovered about the Gen Z age denial process. Now, this leads us on to the AI boom situation. This entire era of AI coming into the forefront is making a lot of the unks and the Gen Zs of the world really hate our aging process because we aren't aging the way that we thought we would have aged. Some of us thought we would get a job right after college, but boo-hoo, we didn't get jobs right after college. It's harder to just graduate college. It's harder to focus, to study, to just graduate like we thought we could. A lot of people are going to college for longer periods of time. A lot of people are not getting jobs after they get out. And a lot of people end up living with their parents. Aging is seen as a negative thing now. It makes you regress in a way, right? You're not seeing this onward push from 18 to 24, right? You're getting better every year in college. You're a sophomore, you're junior, you're senior. But then, oh no, now you're a super senior, slightly regressing, right? Like, you're seeing all of these things. You envision life being perfect, but now life isn't that. And then you graduate, then you can't get a job. Now you're seeing all of these uncertainty that come with age. I think that really plays a role in how we as Gen Z see aging, we as Gen Alpha see aging, and that's why we don't like it. That's why we hate it. If we saw our peers graduating from college, getting a job that they're happy with, they're enjoying life, we would want to age. We would want to be the guy who's 25, living his life, you know, making money, having his girlfriend, all these things, doing things, having his own crib, being independent. We would enjoy that. We would embrace that. but we can't embrace that anymore because of the situation that we're in America right now. Specifically, the older you get as a Gen Z, the less cool your life becomes. And it sucks. It doesn't give anyone that is younger than us, Gen Alpha, younger Gen Z, any motivation or desire to want to join our group of adults. They want to remain kids forever because adulthood, it sucks right now. But I think with all that being said, the problem that I see here that could be fixed is the thought that people aren't adapting to their ages. The fact that people will stay in this state of denial forever and never really try to embrace the aging process, the adulthood part of growing up. People don't want to embrace that anymore because it's not cool, man. Like, you're gonna go to work for 40 hours a week just to pay rent and have nothing left over. That is not cool. You're unkin. Is a horrible way of living. But you have to do that. You have to do that, and you have to embrace it for what it is. You have to grow. You have to adapt with your age. Because if you don't, you're going to actually end up in a worse place than these people that you don't want to become. A lot of Gen Z really look down upon the people that are older because they didn't like the path of life that they went down. However, if you don't embrace adulthood and adapt and become a wiser person, an individual that's more capable, if you don't go down the adulthood path and freaking take that cold dive in there, you will ultimately be worse than the people that you don't want to be like right now. So that is something you got to keep on your mind as you're growing up through this world, through all the changes that's happening, AI, aging, changes, all of that. We have to accept it and adapt and move on and be better people.